Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Hollywood Bonner,
And it is your boy, the infamous Black Caesar.
and this is Brother Husband Broadcast, where we talk about life, family, and black wealth. So let's go on and jump right into it, because I know this episode about to be a good one. Like the young kids say, this about to be fire lit.
You getting
Or
old, bro.
I am. I turned 30, and I don't know none of the slang anymore. But yo, Caesars. But
Yo,
let's talk about life a little bit. How was your week?
this week was a very normal week. Took some time to spend with my wife. I believe in calling in every once in a while, spend time with your wife. So I did that, and we went shopping. And by we, I mean she. You know, I got a little bit of things, but that's neither here nor there. Everything was good this week. Can't complain. Yeah, nothing really too exciting happened. Going on a weight loss journey. Starting that tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing carb cycling, which is very new to me. Don't ask me about it because I don't really know about it. I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna be doing sea moss. Taking sea moss. I've tried it for the first time today, and it's very disgusting. But it has a lot of sea moss have a lot of good components. I'm guessing out of 111, it has 109 of the vitamins that you need in your body, something like that. Some super high number, but regardless of what it is, I'm gonna take it. Seems pretty good. Yeah. Today I felt good today. Today we went to what was it called? Grow DeSoto. Man, it was a building full of black businesses. So we spent a lot of our money in this area. We ate out of two restaurants. One of the people we know them from PJ school from last year. Shout out to the Dalcors. And then the other was a chicken business from Tennessee. But it was nice to be able to enjoy a Sunday with a lot of beautiful black people. I made a joke with Tia earlier. I said, where do you know where you can go to you go to establishment and you hear them playing Common on the intercom? You can go nowhere. You got to be with black people in order to hear stuff like that, So they're playing all type of stuff. Missy Elliott, Kanye West, and all type of stuff. Good music, good food, good people. So today was an overall good day. I tried to vlog some of it. I'm going to put it off on TikTok. Everybody follow me, Father and Wild Black. Not only do you get the podcast version of me, but you also can get a sneak peek of my actual life. I'm going to put that out on TikTok. So, yeah, everything was good. Can't complain. How was your week?
I apologize for that. For some odd reason, my voice. I do apologize.
You need some water over there, brother.
I need some water. I need a pop. I need something. I don't know. My voice always do that at the right time, especially in the morning time when I go to work, and I'll be talking to these folks, my voice and be crackling, and I'd be like, ah. So it was just fine, But anywho, my week was it was cool. It was cool. Just work.
Right.
And I really didn't really do anything but just really go to work. Today, got out the house with the family. We went to a couple stores today. I spent some money on my wife and my daughter again, and I didn't really get to enjoy anything on myself other than buying us some food. But other than that, it was okay. it was okay. I can't really complain. I can't really, I ain't have no spicy stories, or I didn't go to any, black business or anything like how y'all did. So that's, sounding like y'all had a good
Hey
time. It
man,
was
we
good
looked up
vibes
on
up
that. We looked up on that.
there. I wish I could look up on that. You know, ain't nothing like supporting black business. Ain't nothing like
Absolutely.
giving back to your own people. If you see a black business, go ahead and support it. If you have your own business and you're a black owner, just keep going, keep grinding. One day that you will see the fruit of your labor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But let's jump right into it. Because I think this topic right here is going to be interesting, and I believe it's a good topic, and we need to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Caesar, do you believe, or do you think? Listen to what I'm about to say. Do you think our black sisters, our black queens, be more submissive to a white man or someone outside of our own race? Do you believe that or think that?
Oh, he said black women and the S word. Oh man, submissive. Normally, it's hard to get a black woman to submit. Normally, but to be 100% honest with you, yes, I do believe that. I believe that black women are a little bit more submissive to white people. Not in a racist way, and this is no shame. This is not, and another thing is, this is not the green light for black women to down black men and black men to down black women. This is not that type of conversation. But overall, I do believe that there are some barriers between the two races that leads to that. Me and my wife had a good argument. I mean, not argument. We had a good debate about this situation here. And for the moment, I fully believe that, well, truth be told, I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just something I saw, because you see a lot of white, black women who will get with white men or men outside of their race, and they do things that's not typical for them, right? And what I mean typical is, you don't see them walk with the attitude when they're with their significant other. You see them soft, all cuddled up with whoever that they're with. Their voice change. For some odd reason, they have that interview voice at all times when we know they don't sound like that. For example, when we were in the mall, I seen a white man, black woman, 2 black kids. Obviously, she was a single mother, which is, what it is. He got him a black woman. Cool. Now, the issue is these kids they're 12 and 13, right? So obviously she probably been, and obviously she's single mother for a good little minute, right? She talked and sound as if she drank pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks, right? And she acted as if she wasn't. It's hard to say how she act without generalizing her, right? Because I don't want to generalize black people. I don't want to do that. But y'all know what I'm talking about when I say this stuff. What did Bernie Mac say? He didn't want his nephew and nieces to be going to the system because they talk all proper like this. That's exactly what she sounded like. And it's like, I know you don't sound like that. I know you don't act like that. Man, I don't have to know you to tell. And the way she responds to him, she let him speak. That's what, for some reason, that's what black women do. They let the man speak. They let the man lead. Don't know what it is. But yeah, I fully believe that they are a little bit more sensitive. They are more submissive, unknowingly. That's the key word I want to use. They unknowingly do that. Versus with us, we have a lot of pushback. So, excuse me. So yeah, overall, yeah, I do believe that.
Okay. Let me think about it. I want to say they do. Well, I'm gonna say some of them, or it really depends on the relationship. Because when a black woman get with a white man, for example, if he's in a higher social class, or he have a higher standard, or he's someone in a high position, let me go on and say that, and some black women will be submissive, be more of a I do apologize, man. My voice is just going haywire right now. But some black women be more submissive to those type of men because of what they can gain from that type of person.
Ooh.
If you get what I'm saying. So if she feel like he's gonna put me in a better position, why wouldn't I go ahead and be a little bit more submissive? Be a little bit more submissive. I'm not saying that black women don't do that with black men, because when they find them a high tier guy, they do the same thing. They be more submissive to a guy with a lot of money or in a higher position. But
so you think it's more you think it's more of a power thing than race? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's more of a yeah. Just think about it. If a black woman and she's from this type of background, and she meet a white guy that's from this type of background, meaning she can gain from being with this guy, I believe that she would be more submissive to him. Because if I could just, be a little bit more submissive, I could go ahead and get, I don't know, more attention in this area, or more finance, or more money, or my kids would be good. Or
so it's transactional.
Right. It's a transactional. I'm gonna be the best wife he could possibly be, or I'm gonna be submissive to him, and he's in return, I'm gonna go ahead and get either a gain in finance, or gain in a higher position in the social.
That way of thinking is actually not new. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but with white people, well, once again, I don't want to sound racist, because I'm not racist. Even then, at the same time, black people can't be racist. I'm going to put that out there. We don't have the power to be racist. But there was a time, I've heard this term before, where you hear for women going to college, right? They only go to college to get their Mrs. degree. You know what that is?
Go on, talk to me.
So the term Mrs. degree means you're only going to, and this is back in the day. Now a lot more women care about their look, right? So this is more towards back in the day, when white people were more about building families. Now it's kind of a little different. But white women were going to school to get their Mrs. degree. They're going to date with the person who had a brighter outlook on life. Do it during college. They're going to date during college just so that they can get married. Those same women who went to college, that never worked. I've actually seen this. I've seen this before with my own two eyes. I had a guy, not going to put his name out there. I went to college. There was a guy who I know. he was dating a lady. She was going to school. I don't know what she was going to school for, but he ended up uh, a high ranking official for Wells Fargo. Actually, she did not graduate. They went to school at the same time. She secured a bag. Now, I brought that up because this it seems transactional. That's why I asked you, do you think it's more transactional? And what I come to find out is yes, it is for white people, not for blacks. I said in the last episode, black women are going to seek higher positions. White women were going to seek a Mrs. degree or to seek to get married so that their husband, who were white, obviously, could take care of them. So, going back a little bit here, I don't think, and this is just me, I agree with what you're saying, but I think black women have a little bit more in mind than just following, right? I think it's something a little deeper. And this is something that Tiara had brought up that I had to really sit back and look at. I had to sit back and think about. She said that black women are more submissive with other races because other races have a better foundation than black men. Think about that. Like, really think about that. The foundation that other races have compared to us, and I'm going to name some. Whites, Indians, Hispanics, Asians. They have mother and father at home. What all do these mother and fathers have in common? Mother stayed at home. Father worked. Now, the temperatures of the home can't be discussed because, you may have some husbands who are beating their wives behind closed doors. But at the end of the day, those races had both parents in the household versus with the black man. And Tiara had to bring this out, and it makes sense. I had to kind of get an understanding of it. With the black man and the black woman, we're both trying to survive. We're operating off of trauma. We're operating, for black women, they're operating in single motherhood mentality. Black men are being raised in the image that whatever his mama did, he want his wife to do. Which is normally a good thing, but unfortunately for us, our mamas work 3-4 jobs. You want your wife to work 3-4 jobs and you do nothing?
Right.
So she said that, to bring it back, she said that black women are more submissive to other races because other races had a better foundation at home versus black men.
And that right there is deep.
That's
Because
deep.
if you really think about it, if you really think about it, a foundation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you was saying, there's are, well, most, I ain't gonna say most, but most of the time, the mother is raising all the kids.
Yes.
And we do have situation where the mother and father is in the same household, but most of the time the mother is the one that's raising the sons or the daughters. So like you was saying, and most of the times our mothers are working 2-3 jobs to make sure that we are well taken care of and we got everything that we need. And they and other race like white, Asian, they have most of the time the father and mother in the same household.
Absolutely.
So I totally understand that because they already have that 2-parent household mentality and a foundation, and they grew up that way.
Yeah.
Where most of us as black people grew up with one household, like, one parent in a household. So I totally understand the foundation of it. But I know you mentioned trauma, and I go back to trauma because, some or most black women that have been raised up, in a one parent household like their mother, they do have that trauma. So let me go ahead and be secure. Let me, like you said, let me get that bag. Let me make sure that I am well taken care of by this man. So when we have kids, I don't have to do what my mother did. I could just go ahead and depend on my husband.
Absolutely.
And most time they look for the rich white guy because there's a handful of successful high tier black men.
It ain't even a handful, but I get where you're going though. Definitely, I understand that.
Yeah, let's be honest. There's, like I said, a handful of, and one that's making this amount of money, and they is well off. And and it's funny because most black women would dog a brother that's making less than average income.
Yes.
So they not gonna be submissive to that guy. And I hate to try to bash women or black women, but I'm not bashing, I'm just really speaking the truth. Because if you think about it, most black women don't want to be submissive to a black man. And that's where we get that disconnect.
But where do you think that disconnect come from? Out of your own thoughts, where and when did that disconnect happen? Do you think?
Well, a couple things. It started off when they growing up. They didn't have that father figure that was there taking care of them. That's it started with that. And the second thing, it's another when they start dealing with no good men. So when they be in a relationship with a no good guy and he put them through whatever, and he did this to them and he did that, and he wasn't even bringing home a hot meal every other night or every night, or even contribute, like,
right.
He's sitting back while you making all the money or you doing everything. So that all playing factor.
But remember what I just said though. You see how this come full circle when it comes down to a black family, right? You got the woman who's doing everything, right? And okay, so you got the woman that, let's just say we're speaking about the same woman, right? You got the woman who's doing everything, and she with a no good guy who ain't even bring home, like you said, a hot meal at least once out the week, right?
He don't bring home the bacon.
He ain't bringing home the bacon, right? You just spoke of two different generations. Literally, you just spoke two different generations. What ended up happening is the mother. Okay, so let me say it this way: the disconnect started with our mothers, right? I'm gonna go back that far because if you go back to our grandmothers, sorry about that, our grandmothers were married, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they were married. Their husbands worked. Now, to the flip side, and this ain't all grandparents situation, but a good deal of them cheated. Good deal of the grandfather cheated. Right? So now you got our parents who were kids and they see this. Mama ain't go nowhere. Mama ain't tell nobody that she been cheated on. Mama ain't tell nobody that Big Daddy got 6 other kids. Mama ain't tell our parents this as they were kids. They kept everything hid, right? So now you get to our parents, What happened? I do not want to end up, and this is the mothers, I don't want to end up the same way my mother ended up. So I'm going to do things a little different, right? What happened? A lot of them started playing a lot of the games that the men were playing. And then a lot of these mothers became single mothers because you can't play that game, right? This is a big boy game. You can't play that game, right? This is not the same. We're not the same here. Not making it right, but this is not the same here. So now you have an influx of single mothers in the black community. Around the same time, where you have an influx of single baby mothers, you also have the especially those who were born in the 80s, the crack babies. We know about the crack babies. Everybody know about those. Everybody know about the 80s babies. So now you have men who is intentionally making kids, don't want them, but at the same time, men who are making kids and could not afford jobs. Couldn't afford jobs, but did not have jobs. Then not only that, you have WIC, food stamps, Section 8, all come around at the same time. Who is it targeting? Black folks. Can you get on Section 8 with a black man in the house? No. Can you get on Section 8? Can you get on food stamps with a man? No. You can't. It don't matter. Both of y'all live, if y'all income live up under the poverty line, they still won't give it to you. So I say all that to say this. Women in our generation have saw what our mothers did. And unfortunately, the women of today, they have that single mother mentality with men. Black men, that is. Right? With white people, with white men, or any other race of men, they have a good solid foundation. Now, when Tierra told me this, I instantly got offended. Because it's like, what you saying? They better than us? Right? I got triggered, literally. Like, what are you saying? They better than us because they have mom and dad. My mother was a strong black woman, but it wasn't intended to be that way. And I'm even going to go out on the boat to say this. To me, and this is no disrespect to single mothers, that term, strong black mother, is not a good term. Is not. I don't take it as a good term. I really don't. Because it's openly saying, yeah, I know I had these kids and I'm not with the father of these kids. Like that does not sound right to me. Like there's nothing like, yes, women can raise outstanding kids. Absolutely. Not saying that they can't, but that term, strong black woman, I do not like that term. To me, it's not a good term. But when black women is approached by black men, especially if they're approached by black men and neither one of the traumas are healed, then you just get a cycle of the last generation. But you don't get that same cycle. You don't get that when you have a black woman and a white man. You don't get it because that man had a foundation. His foundation, he watched his daddy work, bring home it don't even matter if the white man's father actually made money. He saw his daddy go out there and hunt and bring back that big old deer. He watched him cut that deer up and fed us. I watched the mama. I watched mama clean up everything, took care of the kids. We was all good. We didn't feel anything. I saw that foundation. Black men don't have that foundation. And it's hard to be honest, it's hard for us to really get that foundation without the father being there. So now you have to push the blame back to the black fathers. Where we all? Because those are the only ones that haven't answered yet, in my opinion. Right? So when we talk about black women being more submissive, I wouldn't necessarily say they're more submissive. They're being who they're supposed to be. That don't make them better with other races. That's just saying that other races give them the space to be women. You see what I'm saying? They give them space to be women because for them, they're going to take their space to be men. Versus us as black men, I said this before, our traumas is hunting us. Our living conditions is hunting us. A lot of us, for some odd reason, we're getting better in this generation. I do want to put that out there. A lot of us are making babies and not in the kids' lives. A lot of us are making babies when we're not in the financial space to create them. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're just doing these things and we're not thinking about the outcomes and how these children is going to be. We're not thinking about that. So, when Tierra told me, when she pretty much in a nutshell said that, I got offended. I really did, because it's like you're telling me, even though me and her been married 7 years, you gonna sit here and tell me that this white man better than me because he had mama and daddy? No, foundation just matters. It's the foundation that they have that we unfortunately didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I totally understand that. Yeah, because a foundation really work with anything, regardless if it's a marriage, a relationship, a business, a partnership, anything. You need a plan and you need a foundation. And I get it, because like you said, most of us have been raised in a one-parent home. So that's kind of, it's not our fault.
No, it ain't.
It's not our parent fault. It's just, we've been put in that type of situation, and it's okay. It's okay. Well, now it become your fault is when you get old enough to put yourself and put your kids in a better situation so they can have a foundation for their significant others. So, hey, I get it. But let me ask you this. And ladies, if there's any ladies that's listening to this, we not bashing y'all.
No.
We not trying to make it seem like y'all only be submissive to white man, Chinese man, or whoever y'all with. Y'all only be be submissive with those type of guys or race. But I know there are a lot of black women that are submissive to a black man. So we're not talking about y'all. We just talk about the ones that's not. But let me go ahead and ask you this. Fellas, y'all is not off the hook. This is not only about the women. We got to talk about y'all too.
Come on over here, brother. Come take a seat.
Come over here. Sit down. Sit down, because it's time for us to go ahead and point out an issue when it comes to black men. I heard this years ago. This guy told me, I only date white women. And I asked him, I said, why you only date white women? He said, because white women are submissive. And it's funny how we brought this up. He said, white women are submissive. They listen to me. They don't give me the back talk, but they listen. And basically, he said he could do what he want. He could do what he want, and he know that he don't have to hear this or hear that, or he ain't got to deal with none of that. But my question to you is, do you believe black men are more loyal to the white woman or a woman outside of a black woman?
What did Dr. Umar Johnson say? Oh, we don't do snow bunnies.
He say that. There are a lot of black people love snow bunnies.
That's it. And I do want to put this out there to any white person watching or any other race outside of black. Understand this is no disrespect to you. As a matter of fact, the conversations don't necessarily pertain to you. We're just using you because our people is instead of liking, I have it, like I said, I have an issue. Unless, instead of saying you have a preference for something, right? Black men and black women, for some odd reason, when they go outside a race, they make it seem as if the black men and black women are just the scum of the earth.
Oh,
If
I
you
hate that.
if you have a preference for people outside of your race, just have your preference. Just say I have a preference for white men. Just say I have a preference for white women. But do not say things derogatory like what that idiot said, right? Because let's be real. Let's be real. My man didn't have game to walk up to a black woman. He didn't know what to say. You black, you got nervous, and I don't know what it is, but he don't get no play from black women. It have nothing to do with black women not listening. Now, once again, black women can be feisty, absolutely. But come to a black woman incorrect, what do you think is gonna happen? You can't walk up, hey ma, what's your name? Bro, get the hell out of my face. Like, nobody care about that, bro. Like, you ain't, I don't want to say seduce. I don't want to say that. But, like, you not wooing her with nothing. Showing money. Right. Showing money means absolutely nothing. Like I said in many episodes before. I forgot which episode it was. I said that with a lot of good black women, you have to show them something. You have to show them that you're worthy of following. How do you do that? Keeping your word, right? You ain't making promises. I know this may sound cliche because I know I forgot the name of that group. But what they say, I don't make promises that I don't keep. Who's saying that?
You talk about Drew Hill?
Drew Hill. Yeah. It's not a little cliche, but seriously. If you are expecting for a black woman to listen to you and to follow you and let you lead, that means that you have to be something worth leading, or you have to be something worth it. If not, Negro, move along. Like, get out the way and let the person who's going to lead, let them do that. But once again, he's operating in trauma. He probably watched his mama that way. No, I'm being honest. You watch your mom talk trash to black men. You watch your mom act this way. Not put mine out there, but mine was mean. Just call it what it is. Mine was mean. It's hell. You see what I'm saying? And in a way, it's like I can almost see it, but you're just going based off of whatever instances you had. Not all black women is like that. But yeah, for him, it's always people like him that try to say stupid stuff like that, or they pull that card. These same black women used to bully me because I watched Naruto. Nigga, everybody watched Naruto. Quit playing. Everybody watch.
Right.
It. You ain't get bullied. You was ugly back then. That's what it is. Nobody like you because you was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Right. You wasn't bullied because you watch anime or you dress weird. I've never seen that before. I've seen hell, coming from Northwestern, you see some weird couples. So any man that say that, first off, they're crazy. But as far as loyalty, it's like you now you got to go back to. I've heard my manager say this, and he's an older guy. You remember the movies like Pootie Tang and I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, all them black exploitation movies.
Right.
What was one of the main figures of those characters when they felt like they made it? What did they do? They got them a white woman. It's in every movie just about. They went and got them a white movie. They got them a white woman, or they're fighting for the white woman, or trying to save the white woman because that's what that's what happens. Now tell me, what happens when these people, when black men feel like they made it? How many NFL men have white women?
Mm.
How many black men move up the corporate ladder and leave their black woman? Hold on. Didn't Kanye West say that in one of his songs? You leave for a white girl? Gold digger. Isn't gold digger. That's when he said that. But didn't he do the same thing? He dropped his black girlfriend once he started moving up, and he got him a Kim Kardashian. Not a man going crazy. Look at Lamar Odom. He was all good, and I'm not saying that white people, do some crazy stuff to black men and nothing like that. But I'm just saying as an example, Lamar Odom, he was straight before he messed with homegirl. He was good, but these people, they think a level of success. You think you're supposed to go out and get a white woman, and that's my issue. Why can't you get your sister?
Yeah.
Why can't you bring your sister? Your sister been there. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what I wouldn't say we're loyal to them. But we have a false ideology of thinking that because I made it, I have to have a snow bunny, as Dr. Umar Johnson say. I gotta have a snow bunny on my arm. Because that's a level of success that you feel that for some odd reason you have to have. That's the stupidest thing ever, by the way.
Yeah. Man, it's funny that you did mention. It seemed like when you make it, like you become an NBA player, an NFL, you're a singer, actor, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because it seemed like once you hit a social class or level of
success.
Of success. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great word. Level of success. When you hit that level of success, why do it seem like I gotta get me a white woman? But I think like everything kind of always boiled, like everything come back to trauma, because I feel like that's something got to be like mentally. I don't know where in what phase of a person life when they feel like, hey, I made it, I got to give me a white woman, because that's what's like, she would make me either A, look better, or give me the mindset that I made it.
I got a better one.
I got this high.
I got a better one. Because I know you're gonna have people out there, because I know you're gonna have people out there that's gonna try to argue with that fact that black men don't seek white women once they gain success. Here's a rebuttal question: when white people feel that they gain success, why don't they get black women? Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see it.
Nah, that's sort of rare.
That's very, very, very rare. I don't see
it's
that.
Rare. It's rare when a white person, a white man, a white woman give them a black woman or a black man, but it's rare as well when a black man or a black woman give them a black,
Mm-hmm.
they date another black person. It's crazy. I still don't understand that. It seemed like once they made it, I don't know if they feel like they is too good to date black man or a black woman. It's kind of crazy to me.
It's like you said, that whole trauma piece. Instead of finding like-minded for men, like I said, we talking about the dudes at this point. Instead of going out and actively trying to find, because I can be a little fair. All right, let's say you got an NBA player, right? Let's start from his high school years. He probably went to a black school, right? But in today's time, which we've seen this too many times, these same black kids who were good in their high schools, where do they end up going? They end up going to prep schools. So now who are you surrounded by? White women. How many black people going to prep schools for real? Not too many. right? So these prep schools is usually the alleyway to help get them to the right colleges, get them connected to the right colleges, get them correct, shaking hands with the right people so that they can be in order or whatever. By the time you get to the NBA, what race of women normally is chasing down these NBA players? White. These white women know how to get to these men. Black women don't. Black women normally try to catch the rebound when you out in the street. I gotta see you in the hood. I gotta see you then, and so by then it's a little too late. That man is tainted. I ain't gonna say tainted, but he think he made it, and he got him a white woman, right? And once again, it is all go down to how accessible he is, how accessible. I mean, a black man is that's successful. By the way, successful. How can a black woman get close to him so that won't happen? If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Black women don't necessarily have the access. And let's kind of switch it up a little bit too. Let's say you got a black woman who climbed up the corporate ladder. A black man can't walk up to her. I'm blue collar. I'm a construction worker. I make $70,000 a year. You make $150,000. I can't walk up to her. She'll let me know that. You can't walk up to me. You don't make enough money. But who do make enough money? The men that she see in the corporate offices. How many black people in the corporate offices? Mm-hmm. Obama affirmative action plan means absolutely nothing, by the way. Because I know people gonna try to use that to affirmative action. There are probably black people in that. Yeah. This lady out on the 40th floor with white men and all the black men on the first floor pushing envelopes.
Yeah. Hey, it's crazy. And it's crazy that, us as black people or black race, African American, we think like this. We think that once we make it, we have to date outside our race. And it's not even the case. Like, there's a lot of black men and a lot of black women that is out there. But I get it, because once you get to that certain place and certain lifestyle, you might not run into a lot of black men or black women. So, hey, I don't blame anybody on who they date. I don't really too much care if you prefer a black woman or you prefer, if you prefer a white man or a white woman, that's you. At the end of the day, that is you. That's whoever make you happy. But I just dislike when a black man downplay a black woman or a black woman downplay a black man, and like you said, and make it seem like we just the worst of the worst. It's like our own race put us down so much. It's crazy. It's crazy how our own people, black and white, put us down to where we shouldn't be dating our own kind. We shouldn't date a black woman. We shouldn't date a black man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you how they think of us though. And like I said, this is not a racist podcast. I want y'all to understand this is not a racist podcast. This is not what we do. But once again, we advocate for the black family. And there's nothing wrong with us advocating for the black family. But I'm gonna tell you what they think of us. I remember I was at a job, and there was a guy who was Laotian. Now, if you ask me what Laotian mean, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. I'm not gonna say what country he come from because I don't know. Never heard of it, right? But this is his race. He was dating a Hispanic lady, right? It's a interracial relationship. He decided to say a joke, right? He said, "What's the difference between a black man and a bench?" I say, "What?" And mind you, black manager standing right next to me. I said, "What? What's the difference?" He said, "A bench can hold up a family," and it pissed me clean off. Me and the manager, who's a black man, we look at each other like, let's jump him. We got no, but before
I would have said, what is the difference between a left and a right? Left what? Both of them hit the same. Yeah. They both hit the same.
But he asked that question, and it's like, bro, this is what y'all think of is for real. This is really what y'all think of is, and it's like everybody forget that before a black man walked out the house, like at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna give no slack, because I'm gonna say my dad's generation was trash, you know, at the end of the day. But if we gonna be real, there was a lot of hands that was played. There's a lot of men who were taken away from their homes. Either if it was either drugs, it was selling drugs. You know, because we got to remember, especially back in the 80s, early 90s, who was it that did the 3 strikes law? Who was that? Kennedy?
Maybe not.
I think it was whoever the heck it was who did that 3 strikes you out law, right? That was during that.
I thought. Never mind. I don't want to, misquote somebody or anything. Okay, just keep going.
Whoever it was, they aided into black men not being in their homes. They aided into that. Because of course we got to remember, a lot of black men wasn't graduating high school. They were not getting jobs. What do you think is going on? What do you think is going to happen? They're going to live a life of crime. Which brings me to another thing. A lot of them were selling drugs, right? Which, by the way, what Furious say? Black people don't own no ships. We don't own no planes. So how the hell is the drugs getting over here? There, for those who don't know who Furious is, go watch Boys in the Hood.
I was going to say Furious Style.
Yeah. But think about that. Even though Boys in the Hood was a movie, let's be realistic here. That was around the 80s. He's speaking to kids who's going through the crack era where the gangs is crazy right now, especially in LA. Gangs is crazy. Drugs is going crazy. We don't own nothing. We don't even own the house that we live in. We're getting kicked out. How are we getting all of this stuff going on? How is this stuff happening? There's a lot of hands that was played at that time, and unfortunately, black men took the flak. You know, they made it seem as if it was just us who was leaving the household the whole time. There's a lot of hands that was in that pot. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men were going to jail over the smallest stuff. A man could have stole 3 times. He going to jail for damn near life. But you got homeboys who's pushing 30 tons of cocaine across state lines. He go to jail for 6 months. You get a Cuban who get caught with cocaine. He's going to jail maybe 2 months. Got a warehouse full of cocaine. He got caught once. But a black man who's still a down later, he's going to jail for life. That's what we were targeted. So when we talk about foundation of the home, we have to also throw in there, which I've told here this too. We have to throw in there. Our foundation have never been right since we've been here. When we came here in chains, what happened? Black men was separated from the wife and the children. Majority of the time, they were sent over somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we just need to go ahead and do better as far as we older now.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a family and you 18, well, you 21 now. 21, 25, 30, whatever how old you is. You got a family, just go ahead and start the foundation. Go ahead and start the process. Change the trauma. Don't have your trauma leak onto your kids and make them have the same type of trauma you have and continue to do the same cycle over and over again. So at the end of the day, we all just got to do better. As far as like black women dating white men, if that's what you want to date, you go ahead, sis. You go ahead.
Do
you
with your bad
get
self.
Your bag. Yeah, you get your bag. You go ahead and make sure that you get the bag. Or if you love him, if you love that white man, love that white man. But please don't bash us brothers.
Absolutely.
And brothers, if you love that snow bunny, love that snow bunny. But please don't bash our sisters.
Absolutely.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I'm gonna say one last thought about it.
I know. Oh,
I'm gonna say one last thought about it. I advocate for the black family. Right? I'm gonna keep saying that because I really do. I believe that we cannot progress in life, we cannot progress in family, and we cannot progress in black wealth unless we bring back the black family. Now, I agree. If you have a preference for other races, have your preference. Do not tell me that black men or black women is the scum of the earth all because your feelings got hurt, right? Have your preference and go about your business. Now, I'm going to go even further with saying this as well. Our foundation needs to be set for real. We had our foundation back in Africa. We had it. The foundation got screwed the moment we came over here, right? So now, when you have the millennials and Generation X, I'm Generation X, you're the millennial, right? Now we're in this phase of life. You notice that everybody's talking about trauma. You notice that, right? This is the main topic that's been going on for a good while. And this is the perfect time because I'm starting to see that now the foundation is broken. Now we can redo everything, right? We acknowledge we have to acknowledge that our foundation of the family was completely broken. Our way of living was completely broken. The way we view each other is broken, right? Once again, have your preference, but our foundation is broken. We need to fix it. That's the only way we're going to progress in life. And that's the only way we're going to be substantial to each other. We got to heal our traumas, those open wounds that we still got, that we hold on to. We got to close them, let them go, and keep it pushing. But we have to be right for each other as black men and black women. Right. So I'm going to say it again. Have your preference, but don't bash. Don't bash, black women. Don't bash black men. Black men, please stop thinking, by the way. Please, excuse me. Please stop thinking that in order for you to be truly successful, you have to be the white woman. If you don't like that white woman, get you the black woman that you like. It's just that simple. Black women, stop thinking that you need to be submissive with the white man, but not submissive with the black man. Because y'all grannies was submissive to that black man at the end of the day. Regardless if he cheated or not, she was submissive to him. That wasn't a bad thing. I mean, Depending on how it was, it can be a bad thing. But that was a woman's role. She didn't work. Your granny didn't work. He brought home the money. What your granny supposed to do? Leave him, and y'all be out on the street. It's an intricate game that y'all get to play that y'all don't realize. It's a real intricate game that y'all can play. But understand that the roles were completely different back then. But we have to be right for each other. And we have to continue advocating for each other. Stop looking at each other as bum dudes or no good, and stop looking at black women as mouthy and unsubmissive, because that's just not true.
Yeah. That's why we talk about life. That's why we talk about family, and that's why we talk about black wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you got to mention to the folks or talk to the folks about Caesar?
As far as the family, or are we moving on to the wealth portion now?
We could talk about the wealth. I know we gotta, go ahead and mention about the wealth, because that's very important. Every show we gotta mention or tie it back to the wealth, because we on a mission to build wealth.
Absolutely.
On a mission to build financial freedom.
Yep. So we're wanting to build wealth for the black people. Now, no, not me and Hollywood over here. I'm talking about all of us. So when talking about wealth, I know I talked about stocks a couple of days ago, so I want to introduce a portion of the show which I will call Stock Talk. A lot of y'all love that song by whatever his name is. I see his face. Who's seen that Stick Talk song? Y'all can talk about guns and lean and all the other stuff. Yeah, whatever. We're going to talk about stocks over here, right? So, I don't want to bombard y'all with showing y'all prices or anything, but I do want to begin teaching you certain things, right? So today we're going to go over the two animals that is in stocks, the bear and the bull. And I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. So when you look at the stocks and you notice that the stocks are red, you look at it as bad. That's the bull. I mean, stocks are going down, right? Either for the day, for the month, for the year, for the past 5 years, right? So it's up to you to make a judgment on what you're going to do. Either you're going to hold the stock or you're going to let it go and try to save as much money as you can. So let me give an example. If Hollywood over here, he have a stock, you bought it at $50. Well, for the past 2 weeks, this stock has been very bearish. Once again, bear means down. This stock has been bearish, and you notice.
Hey, Caesar.
Yeah.
When they talk about a bear or bearish or whatever, why do they call it bear?
Well, why exactly?
Why they use that that bear as a example?
If I'm gonna put my own opinion on there, which I don't like doing my own opinion, they use the characteristic of that actual bear. Bears are normally lazy. They're dangerous, but they're normally lazy. They're normally slow. So when you take those two words, lazy or slow, normally that means nothing is trending with this stock. Nothing is happening with this stock. It's not consistent. It's just going down, down, down. Now, I can actually get that reason why. That's actually a really, really good question. But I can't get that answer why.
I guess for the people that don't know why they call it, bearish, because think of a bear when they attack. How do a bear attack? They attack down. So if you want to remember that, think of a bear, and when he attacking down. When the bull attacks,
hold on, no.
Oh, let me
hold on. Let me help him out.
I was just going.
He's talking about the bull.
Go ahead.
Let me get you the bull. All right. Woo, boy, he coming in hot. Look, So the second animal is bull. Bull green. Absolutely. Green is going up. You might as well go ahead. I did want to put that out there. Bull means going up. Right? So you may hear someone say that this stock is very bullish, or these stocks are bullish. It's been bullish for the past couple weeks. That just means there's a consistent trend of everything going up. Now, Hollywood, do me the honors to tell why.
Like I said, I kind of went a little bit fast, but
Got excited.
think of think of a bull when they attack, and when you see a bull attack, they attacking upwards with they they attack up with their horns or whatever. So for a bull, it going up because a bull attack up. When a bear, they attack down. That means the stock is going down. So
now, I do want to say this because we're talking that stock talk for you right now. We're going real slow. We're going to go real slow. Understand, when you're talking about a bull, not a bull, I'm sorry, when you talk about the bear, and I did say that the stock mean is going down, which possibly mean that if you hold on to the stock, it can lose value. But I also want to tell you, depending on what you're actually doing with that stock, you actually can make money going down as well. See, now that's another story for another time. That's call and puts. That's next week. I should have told you that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You can make money going down. Oh, you can make money when something is bearish or bullish. So don't always think that because it is bearish that you're going to lose money. It depends on what you're doing with that stock. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's 10 different rocks for 2 different birds. I'm just going to put that out there. So those that have been your stock talk for this week. One of these days I'm gonna create like a cool little transition for this. I think I'm gonna make a little transition for stock talk. But that is the stock talk for this week. Bull and bear. Look at how they attack. Thank you so much, Hollywood, for that. Look at how they attack. And that's gonna help you out with that. Now we're going into a good segment here called an action plan. This week, what are you doing to help you build wealth? Hollywood, answer. What's your plan of action? What are you trying to do?
My plan of action for this week, for me personally, is to pay a little bit more debt down this week and learn a little bit more about building apps.
Ooh, okay.
So, hey, that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, no, I definitely understand.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I was having a conversation with my wife today. We talk about stocks a lot, and when I say we, I mean me. Because she don't understand the damn word I be saying half the time, right? But I'm gonna put this out there. I think I'm going to do something completely different. I wanted to get into cloud engineering, right? The reason being, you notice Walmart, they're damn near cashier list, if that makes sense. They don't have cashiers like that no more. And then as of recently, Ford have gotten rid of just about all of they're going to or on track to get rid of all their salesmen. You want to know why? Because they want you at home. And by the way, this is no advertisement for Ford. But at the same time, Ford, if you want to, help your boy out, cut that check. I can we could talk about something. But Ford is actually trying to make the experience for buying cars a lot more easy by allowing you to do it at home, because they understand that one, a lot of car lots are price gouging. A lot of these car lots have already purchased a car. Let's just say a Silverado. They bought the Silverado for $40,000. They're selling it to you for $86,000. That's gouging. A lot of these car lots are doing things that they should not be doing. So Ford decided, you know what? We're gonna make your situation a little bit easier. You're gonna do it at home. So now the only reason for you to come up to the car lot really is just to pick up your car. That's it. Then not only that, you get to literally do everything at home. You get to design the car at home. So it's going from the shop. It's going from the factory directly to you. They're cutting out the middleman. Now, I've already seen this coming because I invest in Ford. So I already seen it coming because they've already said it last year. So it kind of got me thinking. In the sales market, a lot of the middlemen are being cut out. A lot of the middlemen. I used to work for Frito-Lay. There was a lot of talks that a lot of the merchandisers are going to go away. And merchandisers are the ones who just put the chips on the shelf. You're going to be out of a job. The fear of robots taking over your job, the fear of, I guess they would say robots, is here. Now I'm going to say it's a fear, but now that we know that it's here, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to let your job disappear and be broke? Or are you going to be the one that repair these here robots?
Are you going to take action, or are you going to fold like a table?
Which one you going to do? So I decided, you know what, let me think about getting into cloud engineering. Amazon's running everything right now. Amazon have huge cloud space. Well, let me learn how to figure this stuff out, because then I will always have a job. I will always have a job. So that's if I want to go that route. But hey, it's up to you to do what you want to do. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to actually give you 2 things that you can do to help you build wealth. And then after this, we can have at it from there. 2 examples. One example I'm going to give you is owning a cleaning business. It's good for people to own cleaning business, because this can help elevate your money. And when you're going to build wealth, this is one of those things that you can build wealth. Now, it's not going to be quick, but you can actually build wealth pretty substantially. As I don't know if a lot of you have watched the episodes in the past. I encourage you to do. But I have owned my own cleaning company, me and my wife. And that cleaning company did so well to the point where I was making, just by cleaning 2 to 3 houses, I was making my weekly paycheck. Right. And that's just cleaning 2 or 3 houses. I do 2 or 3 houses in one day. Right. So I understand completely how it is. So I'm going to give you the scoop down on it. 1, you don't have to create a full business. You do not. Me and my wife made that crazy decision to do that. Don't do it. You're just a 1099 contractor if you decide to open up your own cleaning company. You're just a contractor. Once again, you do not have to legalize your business unless you want to. With this business, it literally takes you maybe $300 to start up. And that's on a high note. It don't take a lot to start this up. And you can get started literally today. One steps that I can help you, you can download an app called Thumbtack. Thumbtack is going to allow you to get in contact. And this is no sponsor for Thumbtack. Thumbtack, you actually owe me money.
Cut that check.
Cut that check. This is not an advertisement, but because I understand how Thumbtack work, I'm trying to give y'all the full scoop. Y'all not going to get this from nobody else. This is free to y'all. I'm giving y'all the scoop. So the best thing you can do is actually like, comment, and subscribe to this. Because I'm telling y'all how to build your cleaning business. If this is what you want to do. So you're going to create your name, create your logo. Right? You're going to download Thumbtack. You're going to pay a couple dollars to Thumbtack to use as credits to get you speaking to these customers. You're going to set your prices. Now, utilize other people's businesses to set your price. Please, don't be expecting $600 for a 1-bedroom house. That is crazy.
Know the market.
I don't care about the market. That's selling the house, not cleaning. Well, please don't do that. Now, if you go a certain way, there's a very good possibility that you can make that, depending on with me and my wife. What we did is, if you wanted a deep clean on your home, deep clean means we're going into your refrigerator, we're going into your microwave, we're moving your refrigerator back, and we're cleaning dishwashers. If you want us to do that, that's an extra $200, right? That's on top of however many rooms you have in your home. Windows was an extra add-on. Baseboards was another add-on as well. So the way you structure it, you can make a good pretty penny. But yeah, download Thumbtack. That's going to help you get in contact with these customers and get rolling. It's just that simple. Go to Walmart. If you feel like, you want to just give it out, don't go to Walmart to buy your products. Just go ahead and go to Dollar General or whatever. Get you a $3 mop. Get you a $2 broom. Get you 6 $1 rolls of paper towel. Get you some stuff and get started for $150, $200 and go about your business and start making your money. It's not that hard. I've done it. You can literally start today. And if you good with your words, you can do what me and Tierra did. We talked the apartment complex out of not using their maintenance man to clean their homes. And for every 1-bedroom we did, that was $300. For every 2-bedroom we did, that was $500. You're making money. I'm telling you, if you need help, just let me know. It's for free. This is what we do. Now, the second thing you can do is like, comment, and subscribe to the brother to our broadcast. If you don't know the name of our broadcast, Brother Husband Broadcast. That's all you got to do. Like, comment, and subscribe to us, because every week we're going to give you brand new game. Every week we're going to give you brand new ideas. Every week we're going to give you brand new action plans to help you reach your wealth that you want to get to. And you're going to watch us get there. So eventually we can say, hey, we got 10,000 subscribers and all of us is on track to being millionaires. This is what I want. Mm-hmm. At least with us, you can actually look forward to doing something better with your life, because this is what we're trying to achieve. So I'll let you do with that what you will. You either gonna go out there and make you some money, or you're gonna be broke. Your choice. Your choice.
You gonna be a buyer or you gonna be a seller?
That's
my favorite quote on my favorite movie of a Baby Boy. Are you gonna be a buyer or a seller? Yep. So like the man said, he gave you free game on how to start you a cleaning business. Just quick and easy. All it take is less than $300, and not only $300, and it take for you to get off your butt and actually do it.
Yes.
So it's time for us to stop being lazy. Time for us to start getting things in order, and time for us to be black business owners and be black wealth.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate y'all. Everybody that tuned in, who listened to our podcast, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Don't forget to like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. And go ahead and share our content. And again, and let me say this. Let me go on and say this. If you don't know what paper assets is, look into that, because right now is the best time to get those. I will go in more details on the next podcast.
Oh, you can't do that. Hold on.
Look.
Paper assets.
We go.
I'm writing that down.
A little bit in deep. Next episode, but I'm gonna give you some homework. If you don't know what paper assets is, look it up and Google it. It take 2 minutes, but start looking into those and start getting your chips in order.
Mm-hmm.
But this is your boy Hollywood Bonner,
and it is the infamous Black Caesar.
And we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.